Hey guys, today we are making something special. It is Geera pork, not something I do very often, but we're getting together with the family on Mother's Day weekend, and so we are going to do some delicious uh, combination of Guyanese foods and American foods, and so I am going to do some dhall and some Geera pork. So let me take you along and show you how I prep this baby. So I start by washing the pork, and so I use some vinegar, get all of those pieces nice and clean and shiny. It's just a Guyanese thing. Some people say you don't have to wash your meat, but if you were raised in Guyana, you know you had to do lime juice and or vinegar, get all those every individual piece nice and clean. So that's what I started doing, and I use a combination of different kinds of pork. I had pork belly, the pork shoulder, I had some soft bones in there, so just whatever you can get into the grocery store. So it was nice and beautifully sliced into small pieces. Once that was nice and clean, I went in and added tons of garlic. There probably was, I can't even count, but then I some fresh Thai chili peppers was the star of the show. Well, maybe not the star, but then of course I added some onions. So we had onions, garlic, and some chili peppers. That will serve as the base to marinate this, and I'm planning on marinating overnight. And then we had some green seasonings, which is just tons of more garlic and onions and some green herbs. I think I had parsley, celery, cilantro, some thyme leaf in there. So yeah, and give that a stir. Get all of those flavors in each individual pieces. Coat, not quote, but coat. It was starting to really smell very nice. And so, I went. Also, the star of the show is, of course, if you're going to do Geera pork, it's got to be Geera. And I must have added close to, if not more than, about half a cup of Geera, which has been roasted and ground very finely into a powder. And the smell was amazing. The combination of the Geera with the fresh herbs and the spices and the onions, boy, I tell you, it was definitely feeling like a guy in a kitchen. Very nostalgic here. Okay, this is really funny. The entire first of the video where I saute some onions and garlic and green seasoning and added the pork. That all did not record, so I'm just going to show you where we're at. So I just added the pork to release its own juices, cook that out, and then we're going to add in some more water, just enough to get it to boil. So yeah, I'm sorry. Anyway, no big deal. So what I was also saying in the first of the video is I use a combination of types of pork in here. So as you can see, there's some fat. So there's some nice pork loin in here. I have this, actually this piece is the pork belly. So there's some nice fat and skin on there. And then there's some bony parts, some of the soft bone in here. And then for the most part, I think I have a piece of pork shoulder in here also. So this is going to boil, release its own water. And as I said, Geera pork is something that is very traditional in our Guyanese family. Um, a lot of the menus are for cutters, but this pairs very well with some dal and rice. And it is very simple in the seasoning. So lots of aromatics, onion, garlic, peppers, and green seasoning. But that's the base of this dish. And then what brings out the flavor, give it its name, is cumin, roasted cumin that is ground, excuse me, to a fine powder. And that brings out a delicious flavor in the pork. So we'll leave this. I'll bring you back in about half an hour. Should be enough, and you can see that it's starting to release the water, the natural liquids in here. So this will probably be about a half an hour, and then guys, I'll bring you guys back. All right, so see you shortly. Let's check in on the Geera pork, and that looks very nice. It looks like all of the water. Oh yeah. So this is just pretty much the oil. So this looks very good. But I do want to give it some more color with that Geera. So what I will do is now add some hot water and some more Geera. And then we'll give it maybe an hour of slow cooking. But it smells really good. Okay, so I'll go ahead and add some more of the cumin so I get it into a darker color and get that cumin flavor coming out. So I think that's good. I also want to add some black pepper. So add a little bit of that. And this is smelling really good. And you can hear the pop on the pork fat. So that's coming together very nicely. And there's a lot of goodness at the bottom of this pan. So once I add all of that water, so you see all that flavor that is caramelizing on the pan. Oh, that's all going to come through. So I'll go ahead and add the water and get that. So I have some hot water here, and just enough to bring it to cover the meat, and that should be plenty to get the meat to come to a soft, tender state. Yeah, this rib bone is just freaking me out, but hey, yeah. So we'll bring this up to a boil, take the stove down to a low, slow braise, and then I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like once it's all finished. Okay, you guys, I want to take a peek at what's going on in this Geera pork. So, there we go. Everything is looking nicely. I'm not gonna touch it, so I just want to kind of shift things a little bit. So not any major turn, and as you can see, I added some marjoram pepper, but the color is perfect. It's not too dark. I don't like it too dark because then it overpowers the meat, but this is looking very nice. So we'll let it go some more. The meat is still very tough, so maybe another half an hour, I would say, maybe 45 minutes, and it's a slow Hey y'all, so let's check in on this Geera pork. It's been about 30-40 minutes. And so I think we are looking nicely. There is a nice gravy in here, which is always welcome if you're going to be pairing this up with some rice. And the meat is getting tender. We can probably, what I'll do is I want to get it dry a little bit more, and so I will leave the cover off and raise the heat a little bit more, so this can boil down. But I think this is pretty much ready. Oh, it smells delicious. As you can imagine, this is just perfection. Nice balance of flavors. Meat is tender but not fall apart tender. You still get the texture in the skin, and there's a nice heat to it because I seasoned it up with some heat. And then I'm gonna just break some of this pepper and give it an extra, just an extra dash of spice. Oh, yes. Thank you guys for watching and joining this Mother's Day special of some Geera pork. And we shall see you on the next glorious adventure.